So, about a week ago, I went into work to quit. Yes, sirree, I sure did. And I was all ready. I had spent about an hour, and I had a couple days off, and I was going to write this paperwork, but I spent about an hour before I went in to write down a bunch of one-liners. Thank you for the thumbs up. And so I had my key points ready, right? And who's that? Roxanne. Hey, hey. One of my jobs. And I started working at this auto place. And I got mad because, you know, by the time that I came in, because all the other people coming earlier, that they would stop service. It made me mad. Because I literally have to tell like 150 people no every day by phone or in person. And I don't believe in that. One, you don't leave one dude in the shop and all the managers do absolutely nothing. You can't afford to pay that many heads to work if you don't have revenue. Bottom line, you don't come up with negative 45 and a plus 8 and come out ahead. You just don't. So it's aggravating and people are mean. Tourists are mean. And it's absolutely horrible. And I got some complaints. They said. I said, well, you know. So I went in and talked to the big head dude. Right? And he's always glad to see me. I said, well, I'm darkening your doorstep again. He's like, what's up? I told him, I said, I'm getting tired of saying no. I said, they want to do 7 cars and book it out for the entire day. And then I have to spend the rest of the day telling everybody no. And there has to be a better way. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, you've got to have a better way. So he said, well, you know, we got some complaints. And I said, really? He said, yeah, like 6 of them. I said, well, gosh, that's amazing. I said, because I think I told about 150 people yesterday no. So I would think that it would be more like 25 or 35 complaints. He just looks at me. I said, it's a fact. I said, I'm getting tired of telling him no. I said, why is it we can only take like 7 cars on the books before I get there and we can't take any more for the whole rest of the day? There's got to be a better way. So we talked, and I said, you know, also I've got another problem. I said, I'm not getting my breaks. And sometimes I barely get my lunch. I said, the other day they called a meeting, and it was like an hour before I had to leave. And I hadn't even taken my lunch. They wouldn't let me go. And I said, this is not cool. Well, why is that? Well, because most of the people come in real early, and then they leave in the middle of the day, and a lot of times I'm left all alone, and I can't even get a break. You know, you offer all these breaks and lunches and all this stuff, and I can't even get them. Well, that's not good. I said, no, it is not. I said, 90% of the time, I don't get my breaks. So, and hey, when it's paid for on the clock, dude, I should be getting it, right? Take your breaks and lunch. Nope, they won't let you do that. They won't let you do that. There's one clown that's doing that. He'll take a lunch and then his break altogether, and the company won't permit you to do it. And you know, just like any other business, they got video cameras and all the crap all over the place, so they watch everything you do. But like I really cared, right? But anyway, so Uh, I said, I just want to quit. While I'm ahead, I'm done. I said, I've been taken in meeting 2 times, you know, and all the time I've worked here, and both of them are bogus. And I said, so I'll just make it simple. I'll just quit because, you know, one more complaint about me telling them no, it's all over with. Oh no, you don't want to do that. I know you're a trooper, you know. I said, well, maybe not. I said, I do not like to tell people no. We should have a better way of doing things. You know, I think it's McDonald's or something where they're never allowed to tell the customer no. And they're always supposed to smile, you know, and all that. And they have a way that they talk to the customers to keep from saying the word no. And I think it's a good policy, you know. And then like my coworkers and bosses want to send people to opposing businesses instead of businesses within our company that is owned. And I don't like that either. Why on earth are we sending people to somebody else? Do you think that we're going to get anything out of that? No. Do you think they're going to refer them to us? No, never. Never. Not even on a rainy day. So why on earth would you do that? You know? Um, so he said, oh no, I really don't want you to quit, but I will, examine some things. And I said, okay, good. I said, here, you can have this then. And so I handed him my thesis of like 9 pages of one-liners. Oh yeah, like 9 pages, bud. And uh, I like to outline everything, beginning, middle, and closing. And so I had a closing page, with the utmost important overall items, and all the rest sorted out in one-liners, and like 9 pages. And so I handed him that, and I said, "Well, you can either read this or throw it in the trash, but these items need to be reviewed." And and so got it was pretty interesting. So like the next day I came into work, he actually read that stuff. I could tell because they were getting stuff done, Jack, like there was a fire sale. People were hopping. They were hopping. And so I said, yeah, it'll be the I hate you red day because a lot of heads rolled over that deal. I don't really care. I treat it like I own it, and if I can't be proud of what I sell in products or workmanship, then I want nothing to do with it. And I certainly don't go for any Mickey Mouse stuff, man. If it's Mickey Mouse situation and poorly run and all that stuff, I just don't have patience for all that. You know, when people are friggin', you know, in business, they're supposed to be running a business. It's illegal not to let you take your breaks on lunch. No, not all together at once. That's payment theft against the employee. I agree. Um, oh, it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. I get tired, man, because I work so hard, put out so much energy and all that stuff, and it's like some of these other clowns. There's this one girl working there, and she's such a bozo. She just is all over, goofing around, you know, and uh, you know, it's like if you give them enough rope, they hang themselves, right? She's doing a good job of it. Just a real ding dong. And what's really funny is she just married a military young guy, and she came from out of state, She'd only known this guy like 3 months on the computer. You know how those deals go. And he married her. People like to do the minimum because, yeah, that's a fact. A lot of people do. Uh, but she, she's young and she doesn't understand what life is all about. Um, I think she figured it's easy street because now she's married to a guy that just got shipped out. Um, just like last week. And so now she's got the medical and all that. Doesn't have housing yet. I don't know how long do you have to wait for to get housing if you're military. But and what's really funny is the guy had an option to go to a southern state. She said something about today. Had an option to go to a southern state and then Texas and then Alaska. So what did they pick? Alaska. Oh yeah, she gonna like that. She's already like 350 pounds. She'll be about 650 pounds before that's all over with. She never want to come out of the house when it's like dark most of the time, and it's just really cold. And um, I mean, I've known dancers that shipped out to Alaska and got paid gigantic money jumping on those contracts where you go out and dance in the clubs for like 3 months, you know, all that. And they pay you huge money to be there, and they put you in a place to live, and they pay for you to fly out there, all that stuff. That's been going on for years, years, years. And there's money, you know, there's money in the clubs, you know. You got people coming off fishing boats and everything else. So there's a lot of money, a lot of money. But, I mean, can you live like that? Are you willing to make that change? You know what I mean? Um, it's pretty extreme. But, yeah, so I don't know. It's, I tell you, that we're all pretty aggravated with her because she just won't work. She spend too much playing on the phone and everything else. And it's like, that is a big, giant no no at this place. They don't dig it. Um, so, it ought to get interesting, but anyway, the big boss wouldn't let me quit. And it straightened up a lot. But I still have a trouble getting like my second break. And they're starting to cut me loose to my lunches a little bit earlier, which makes like 0 cents. It's like 2 hours after I get there. And but I guess at least I get it instead of like an hour before I have to leave or something, you know. Because when everybody else leaves, then I can't take any breaks or lunches. And they all leave real early. You know, like 3 and 4 hours before I do. And I'm all alone, so I don't have any way to take any breaks or lunches. So I don't know. But not getting any overtime now at any of my jobs. They're kind of starting to cut them back for the winter time. I'm still getting full time. They screwed my schedule up and had it like, what was it, 10, 11, 12, they had like 5 hour days scheduled for me for the next 2 weeks, and I sent a message to my boss. I mean, it's not really even worth the drive. I would rather have it like 8 hour days and then less days to work, because then it gives me more days to work eBay and stuff or one of my other jobs. So he changed it back for like a week, but the week after that saying the same thing. But um, it's just a pain to have to drive back and forth for 5 days instead of like have like 3 days at 8 hours or something, you know. But yeah, so yeah, I went in to quit and they wouldn't let me. But they fixed a lot in very short order time, and like 7 days. They really fixed a lot. Um, I mean, just amazing how much they've sorted out. But my other boss, my old boss that I was working for, is begging for me to come back. Just begging all the time. And so I don't know. Who knows? I'm about ready to go back on the road again and run costumes. Um, because that's what I do best and that's what I love. I've got some clubs up in Tennessee that want me. That's a recent thing. Um, I don't know. It's going to start getting pretty cold right now in Tennessee, I would say. Actually, this week, like tonight's going to be in the 60s in Florida. Yeah, it's starting to cool down. I don't know if it's just temporary or we are actually going into the winter or what. And a good buddy of mine from Michigan's coming down. I talked to him last week. He said, "Yeah, well, I'll be back down in another month or so." And I was like, he's like, when it's cooler. I said, hell, we don't have $100 days anymore. We don't have 100-degree days anymore. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, really? He said, well, then I'll head down next week. And I was like, okay. That's a good friend of mine, man. It's character. What a character. But, yeah, so I don't know. But it's kind of like a California night tonight in Florida, oddly enough. And let's see, I'm still jacking with the insurance company on that woman that hit and run my car. They offered to pay and they've offered a rental car, but they want me to pay the deposits and all that other crap, and I'm not interested in doing that. Um, I think I'm just gonna opt to let them purchase some parts and kind of end it there. Because I'm mad about the cosmetics. I'm really mad. Truly mad. Let's see. In the 50s recently, how is it there? It's like in the oh, 60s, 70s at night. Tonight is going to be in the 60s. And then in the day, it's been on off kind of like 80, 90 in the days. It can get a little hot. A lot of breeze though. It's kind of nice. Great days for sailing, I got to tell you. Ugh, that saltwater air and that breeze. Man, I wish I was sailing. Ooh, boy, perfect day. This morning there was whitecaps out there on Oakley's Island. It was all churning up like there's a hurricane coming or something. Yeah, usually that ocean will churn up and throw a bunch of whitecaps when there's some kind of storm or hurricane on its way. And but uh, but yeah, so it's been wild. And then Wade was dropped me a line on comment on one of my blogs. I guess he was pretty concerned about me. I just been so busy working, man. Just locking down those hours, taking as much as I can before we go into winter. Because normally in this area in winter is when all the cutbacks start, and you'll be like barely working. They do claim that I'm gonna be mostly full time anyway. I just will kind of their full time on my main job is like I think it's 30 hours, 33 hours is considered full time to 40. But see, I'm so useful in a million different ways that they probably try to work me all the way they want. Like they tried to pull overtime on me and flip me to another department tonight. And I went and did that for a minute, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I was just tired. I really didn't feel like it. I should have stayed, but I didn't. Um, I just didn't feel like it. So I was aggravated. The equipment wasn't working. And when it's just not working, maybe it's just not meant to be. You try like 10 batteries and the stuff won't work. So, yeah, so I just finished the day up. I mean, I already made all my hours for the day. They just wanted me to roll a bunch of overtime as late as I felt like it, but I didn't feel like it. I was done. But other than that, how's everybody doing? Starting to cool down where you're at? And how's your work doing? Any super good, surprising, wonderful things happen to you? The way this guy rides this bike. It's like he's on a recliner. How do you ride a bicycle like that? Ha! Did you see that? I've never seen anybody ride a bicycle that way. Let's see, you're fine. No, I really haven't had time to do too much. I did go to the dealership and I went to a couple shops, and they're thinking there's not a lot of major, like, physical damage, but the cosmetic damage is the thing that pisses me off. So I want it fixed. And the problem is that parts are going to have to be ordered. So I had a place to go the other day, and I didn't get a chance to drop by there. So maybe I'll do it on Monday, and then email them whatever, uh, and let them know, hey, this is it. You know, if you want to make good on it, let's do so. And my insurance company offered to work it and everything right away. The only problem is I didn't want it going on my insurance as a claim. I want the other company to do it. And that way it's not on my insurance to be a claim and then they raise my insurance and all that. So, yeah. So there is so much proof in the pudding, it was beyond belief anyway. From videos to pictures to witnesses. And the lady tried to freaking pawn it off, going, you're a scammer. Yeah, I'm a real scammer. You're a freaking idiot. Who puts a car in damn reverse and pushes a vehicle several feet and then takes off? One, that's hit and run. That's against the law. Most states would take your driver's license right off the top. And two, how did you not know you hit my vehicle? Really? Oh, that's just freaking amazing. But anyway, the insurance company is taking claim for it, and that's good. No argument there. I was just trying to get the car straightened out. And let's see. I think my belt is stretched out or something from the heat. My drive belt, because it has a little squeak here and there. Wow, that's an old. That's got to be an old RV. That looks like 70s. Ah, um, and but yeah, I bought one belt. I don't really like that belt. I think I'm gonna take it back, get a different one, and I may go ahead and buy an tensioner pulley just to make sure, because the tension pulley looks factory. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and change those two bits out and see how we do. But other than that, got four brand new tires on the car, and yay. That's what I normally have in life, but I had kind of a rough couple years here financially, so back on board there. Getting about one order a week on eBay, and this is Q4. This is the busiest time of the year. And I need to list a whole lot more. I got tons to list. No doubt about that. Tons and tons. I just drank that water. I'm choking. But so much to do, so much to do. So that's kind of been about it. Tried to go and quit my job and they wouldn't let me go. Oh, pretty funny. What was that? A beamer with cold rims. Interesting. But, yeah, I can't believe this place is so busy. Look at all the people. Jeez. Man, what a zoo. That's when you don't want to go in that joint. Whoa, too many people. I'm trying to figure out what the event is. Where do all these people come from? Is there a holiday coming? I thought we just had a holiday like last week. Gas, $3.15 a gallon. God alive. It keeps bouncing around. Like one day I'll go and it'll be like $3.49. Another day it'll be like $3.26. Today is $3.15. Who knows what it's going to be tomorrow? It's just futile. Just futile. But, I did that injection clean at the Walmart place. Let me tell you, that is a really excellent service. I am super, super, super impressed with that. That service, usually you get at a dealership and it'd be $200-$300 to have them do that. And it's usually like the last fatal flaw when you jacked your car up. I never put an injector cleaner in it. And my neighbors had that done and it didn't work and then they had to replace injectors. And it was like $1,000 on an old raggedy car. And because I wouldn't take care of it. But this injector cleaning service is amazing. I've never done that to any of my cars. It is super impressive. And you don't have to do it very often, like once a year if you drive really a lot. If you don't drive like 100K miles a year or 75K miles a year, then you want to do it like once every 2 years. If you got an old used car that probably has never had it done, I would definitely spend the money to go do it. It's like $25 or something. If you get an oil change, it's only $15 extra. If you go to the Walmart, to their auto repair places, whatever it is. What a cool deal! I'm telling you, it makes a huge, huge, huge difference. It cleans all the damn gook out of the top of your engine and stuff, and your throttle body and everything. Hey, that's the guy that was just riding like he was riding that bicycle like he was riding a recliner a minute ago. Now he's Speed Racer. These people with these RVs crack me up. They drive so ridiculous. Huh. Amazing. Look at this old RV. Tell me that's not like a really old RV. Rialta? They're from India. I can tell by the way they're talking. That thing looks really old. Somebody was at VW or somebody is making some now and they look super old and they're not. They're brand new, but they look like something out of the 70s. It looks like an old RV, doesn't it? It really looks old. Well, maybe the hotels will start dropping down in prices here. They've kind of held it up all year round, tourist prices for like 3 years. And they built some new ones out in Valpy, some new ones in Destin. So maybe that'll spread the wealth plan and start lowering some prices around. If I can start getting my eBay to fly good enough, I may just go into a hotel for a month on the winter rates just to get out of this car because I'm so tired of it. Yep. So I can't believe how California night it is tonight. It's just so weird. I hated staying after work tonight because I had some things I wanted to do. I wanted to pick up another shelving and put down there so I can keep up with getting all the stuff listed and stocked in shelves and in order so I can pull it real easy. I'm tired of using those plastic totes all stacked up. Gosh, it's like every single time, no matter what way I have that stuff set up. When I get an order, man, I have to pull like 15 plastic totes out and to look for it. And I'm tired of it. I'm putting everything up in shelving. I do need to show a vlog of that, the way I've got it set up so far, because it's so nice. I just know exactly where everything is at. It's all numbered. And I did a buyout the other day. It was kind of crappy. Man, I tell you, with like an 80-year-old woman, that was interesting. Man, I tell you, I need to do a blog about doing buyouts. I'd rather do storage options and get all the clothes that way. Really, I would. Because it's just, you know. I mean, I got some interesting stuff, some stuff I needed to list tonight, but I didn't get to do it. So I came over to the Tubby place to catch a snack. Quick run-in. Catch a little snack. Dude, what are these weird cookies? Got a Lunchable. I don't like to eat a lot of food at the end of the day. It's not a good thing. But I was mad when I opened it up. I said, "What is this? Cookies." I said, "Are you kidding me? They gave me ham and cheese with cookies?" But it was ham and cheese crackers and cookie for a treat instead of a candy bar out of the other kind. So I don't know what this is. I'm trying not to eat so much junk anymore. But I guess that's like a vanilla cookie or something. Nothing major. But I can't believe this weather is so mild. I love the window. Oh, it's so beautiful. Sailing day. It's probably the way fishermen feel when they feel like it's fishing day. I hate missing a good sailing day. I think I'm going to make a t-shirt for the mean tourist and sell it. There was a real good one. Years ago, my daughter and I saw it at a Walmart. I can't remember if it was this one or another one. It was hilarious, and it was made by. They make all these long sleeve glowy ones by this one company. They make a ton of fishing shirts with big marlin on them and stuff. And they're really neat. And there was this one we walked by, and we both wanted to get that shirt. We should have bought it because we never saw him again. And it was like something like if you're a mean tourist, go home or something. We should have bought it. right there on the spot. Because we were laughing our heads off. We're like, for sure. They should have a lottery that's just for sending the mean people home, the mean tourists. Okay, you win. Now you get to go home. Yep. But I don't know. It's been pretty peaceful at my one job. It's like the grandma club, man. It's like a job for old folks. God, it is so slow paced for me. Who goes there? Let me see who that is. Blue jeans! What the heck? Where have you been? How's the weather here? Like California. I'm not kidding. It's been like that all week. Tonight's going to be real cool. They say it's supposed to be getting like in the 50s pretty soon. I don't know. Well, it looks like my old Cadillac over there. Hmm. But, yeah, it's the weather's been getting very mild. It's not freezing and it's not baking. The days are about 70. Well, the days are about 80, 90. Kind of mostly in 80s. And then the nights are about in the 70s. Tonight's supposed to be like 60s. I just hope it doesn't go massive winter and it's really hard. I can't stand when it's really cold. Mother of God. Ugh. I can't do it. See this car? It looks just like my Cadillac that I had. So I had, it really does. It looks like my rims for sure. Without the all the chrome trim I put on it. Except those nasty blacked out dope man windows. God. It's a beautiful caddy down in Tampa and Port Richey area at the Cadillac dealer. It was absolutely beautiful. And it was like midnight metallic blue. And they had the windows all blacked out. That was the only problem with it. And the dealer wanted to sell it to me. I said, look, you can get that black stuff off, I'll buy it. So I don't want it. If you can't get all that black stuff off. And you're just asking for cops to stop you. When you got limo tin on there, it's not even legal. Have you? Trying to read that. I wish I'd fix it YouTube so you could get on here and read this stuff because the only way you can really do it is if you have a laptop. And you're on a laptop with a phone. Because you can't see all the messages unless people are typing stuff. We've got a few people hanging in here. Look at that. I got one thumbs up so far. Yay, yay. That's probably from Roxanne, I imagine. But that's pretty decent weather this week, I guess. Mm-hmm. I hope I can catch a good prime rib this week. It's about time. Have you talked to Uberman Tampa? No, but every time I look at his channel, he's got stuff. He's always mad. Middle 50s at Blue Jean's house. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I looked at I think it was like 2 days ago. I went and looked at his. And why are you over here with your brights on me? Really? Be real, man. don't know why people do that. Um, but yeah, his stuff is like super, like he's mad at everybody. You know what I mean? Um, it's sad because a few years back he did about 3 or 4 blogs about um stinky people and stuff. Like he was behind somebody in the line in a store or something, and he was going on and on and on, talking real trashy and stuff. Well, how do you know that wasn't a homeless person? How do you know they don't have like a health problem? You know, how do you know they're not wearing diapers? Or not? I mean, I just thought it was kind of mean. And they did 2 more vlogs after that. They were supposed to be like comedies about stinky people and stinky shoes. And then he was making fun of somebody he knew that lost everything they had and had to move into the car. So now they're homeless, and he was like putting them down for that and stuff. Well, sometimes life takes its turns. I never expected to be like this, and not even for this long at all. I've never lived like this in my life, ever. I've owned most of my own properties. I mean, I've always had lots of money, had tons of work, you know, and the pandemic just did me rough, just like a lot of other people. I was lucky to get some work. I mean, I had this one job for just about a year, and I went through like 4 jobs in like 3 months at one point. And I had to go back to work for other people, but sometimes you got to suck it up and go for it. That's just life. Life is not guaranteed. You don't know what tomorrow brings. So you just got to have goals and try to keep a positive attitude and wear tall boots to step through the poop. You know what I mean? Because you may come across them on the way. It's just part of life. It's not always perfect. So, there's some reason why we all still exist here. I mean, so we got to make it worth it every day. I'm just glad I spent, most all my life where I didn't like waste a ton of time. Um, I knew so many people, way back when I left home and stuff, and watched them where they want to be in that party mode, and you know they get fired because they didn't show up to work because they partied too hard and all that other stuff. And it was like, man, you know, it's like now every day so counts. And I wish I could tell everybody in the world every day counts. Make sure every day is profitable or some kind of benefit to you. For sure. Some way, somehow, do not waste time because time moves very quickly. I mean, it's like yesterday when my kids were born, and it's just amazing how time flies. Um, yeah. So, don't waste time and always have a goal. Got to have goals. I got some really high ones right now, as a matter of fact, and I can just about see, touch, and feel them right now, which is neat. I'm really feeling it. So, I guess I'm on the way there. If I could get everything listed that's in the storages right now, I'd be like in like Flynn, especially right now in the final quarter of the year. This is the time to do it. Yeah, my taxes are going to be a mess this next time. I got so much paperwork to do. Oh my gosh. It's going to be a nightmare. But if I can get a bunch of stuff sold, it'll be real easy to find. I bought a righteous filing cabinet when Dillard's closed out. Got it dirt cheap. I think I paid like $8 for that thing or something. That's pretty cool. And because my other filing cabinets were stolen out of those storages. But uh, yeah, so I need to start getting some stuff filed and put away in order, so I'm ready. But yeah, so I don't know. I thought about selling my car and getting another car, but then I thought, well, maybe I've been offered a lot of money for my car several times, and the market's real high right now. I'm kind of thinking what I will do is just buy an additional car, and then I'll just store them back and forth, like switch them out. And I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I'm just trying to pay all my bills in advance, like I've been doing for about 6 months. And, just keep staying ahead and investing a little bit in my resale business, a little bit at a time. I stopped shopping totally for like a month. I said I'm not buying anymore. But I missed a lot of stuff because you really got to kind of stay on it when you're sourcing, and because you miss stuff. And so I'm going for the more high end, high dollar stuff for resale value because it's just so worthless to me to do all that little penny stuff. It's too much work, too much packing, too much gas. I'm gonna stay above the board, man. So that's why I'm still learning. All these brands I've never heard of and what their resellability is and their sell through rate and stuff. And so it's a lot of work to learn all that stuff. And I know stuff from way back when I worked in Beverly Hills and all that, and those brands are worth a lot of money right now today. Huge. Like some of those pants are $100 a pair, and they're really hard to find. But uh, there's some other brands since then. I've worked on my own brand for years and never had to worry about any of that retail stuff, all that ready to wear. But now I'm having to relearn ready to wear for all those years past, um, because the value of them is incredible. Used clothing is really incredible business. It's hard to believe people will buy that stuff. I mean, you can really sell it for good money online. You know, so uh, I go about once or twice a week and just blow through the source. I had couple of days where they were really a dud, and I think I spent like 14 or 20 bucks on a couple of days. I just didn't find anything, and so. But then I've had other days where I found a ton of really good resale stuff for big money. And then the next problem is getting a lot of it cleaned up, especially if we're working the clothes part of it. Um, and um, because I won't sell it unless it's washed in Lysol and it's clean. I've got one jacket that's righteous Mustang jacket. And I think I've washed it like 15 or 20 times so far, and it's finally gotten to the point where it can be sold. Um, it's a nice collector's jacket, and um, I still have tons left that needs to be washed so it can be listed. But I got so much right now. I probably got 200 pieces right now that are actually clean and are ready to be listed. So I generally list every day. That's what I was gonna do when I left work today. Was immediately go over and get some more stuff listed because every day counts. And I get so tired because I don't get enough sleep because I'll do that stuff till late at night and then go to sleep and then get up real early in the morning to get to work. And I do better when I just get sleep. I get too tired. So, yeah. So we're starting to get ahead of the game. But I shipped an order out this morning. It was a I got um, some sleeping bags on a sale, really cheap. I mean, dirt cheap. And I sold one for pretty cheap, brand new. Shipped that out this morning. That went to Tennessee. So I had that ordered the day before. And I was worried. I thought, God, this sucker gonna cost me about $30 shipping. And actually, it was about 15. Man, if I ship some stripper heels to Lower Florida, it cost me almost $20. But I shipped that heavy sleeping bag to Tennessee for like around $15. I was just blown away. So and the postal stuff all went up. That sucker got the flattest tire I've ever seen. Whoa! I don't even think they know it. I just start. Maybe they're just figuring it out now. No, I guess not. That tire looks bad flat in front of that car. But yeah, so it's been interesting. But I can't wait till my eBay starts really flying. I miss doing all my stripper clothes and heels on Etsy. I was doing so good with that. But and now Etsy's trying to get into uh, used stuff all of a sudden. When they would never let you sell used stuff, it all had to be handmade, new, and all that crap. And now they're trying to, I guess, compete with eBay, which I don't think that'll ever happen. So, well, I got some friends that are selling a little bit on Poshmark. Poshmark's really expensive to sell on. They get almost 1/4 of your money. That's kind of creepy. Man, I had a club owner try to hit me for 1/4 for a house, and I was like, forget it. I'm not marking my clothes up just to come to your club. It's not happening. So that's when I met girls at the Waffle House and stuff. So you want clothes for me? Come see me. You know, because I don't like going to your club because the guy wants 1/4 of the price for a house. And they did. They contact me all day long. Yep. You meet them in the parking lot, man. You don't have to pay any house. You know what I mean? Yep. So, other than that, that's kind of about it. Everybody doing good. I hope everybody's had a really great week and a really great day. Yep. Holidays are coming soon. All the stores. It's so weird this year. It's like all the stores put out the Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas stuff out all at once. I swear. Is it like that where you're at? To me, it's kind of obnoxious. You know, why are we putting all this holiday stuff out all at one single time? It's it's ridiculous. You know, it's like they're really trying to jump the gun. You know, so let's see. I just thumbs up. Well, thank you. I got 2 thumbs up. Yep, life can be rough. Hey, look who's there! Knowledge and wisdom. Fortunately, Florida law doesn't mandate breaks or lunches. I live in the Midwest, and the law is the same here too. Look at all my comments had stopped. Now I had to roll them up. I wish they'd fix YouTube. The gang's all here. I wonder where Wade is, man. I'm kind of worried about Wade. He seemed to be kind of sad the other day in his comments. I saw a lady with a Geo Metro that looks like a little station wagon. God, that thing is little. If you stand next to it, it's like up to your waist. It's so small. What a strange car. And she said it was 30 years old and it looks like brand new. I said, "Are you kidding me?" And she said, "No." I said, "It's probably worth a mint. I bet you sell that and you could buy a Cadillac or something." I couldn't believe I was standing next to that car. I hadn't seen one in forever. They had like three-cylinder engines in them. Yeah, yeah, pretty funny. I honestly thought it was a motorcycle engine they had in there. But it actually had like a three-cylinder engine. I think it was reading on something. Cracked me up. I mean, the mileage, you have to get really good mileage with that. Like 70 miles to the gallon or something, huh? I don't know why they're so convinced to force everybody to drive electric cars. I think in another year or something, they're going to outlaw all the gas cars in California. And it's some kind of thing that Biden was doing. And I guess if they impeach him, they won't have to do all that, right? I don't know. But uh, why don't they just get into making cars with less cylinders and concentrate on that? And because who can afford an electric car? I mean, really? And look at me. Where am I going to charge an electric car? So I'd have to pay to put it on a charger? Oh my gosh. If you have a house, you can have one built into your house and stuff, and they're fire hazard if they're not done right. But yeah, trying to force people to spend thousands of dollars the price of a house, a cheap house in the South, have to buy an electric car. Gosh, I don't know. And they still haven't even got them right. All this time, they still don't have them quite right. That's the thing that bothers me the most. You don't quite have it nailed down. You know? I mean, if they really had it together, then I might have a little more faith. But they don't. That's a problem. You know? That would be, it's like if you bought a used Tesla, you don't want one of those. Especially some of the first ones made. They're super problematic. Yeah, because I didn't get it quite right. I mean, some of his newer sporty ones that he built and stuff, they're pretty neat. But still, they're huge money. That What's Inside family or whatever it is, they have a YouTube channel and they've done really well on YouTube, cutting stuff open and that to see what's inside or something. I think that's what it's called, What's Inside or something. And that guy's bought Tesla after Tesla and then got some free ones for referring people, and then they stopped the referral program and with like no notice. But he gets these high dollar Teslas. Jeez, they're racy looking, but man, there's just so much money. I just don't know. So, would you buy a Tesla if it was cheap, or would you just stay with a regular car? That's what I want to know. I don't think I would buy a Tesla if it was cheap. I think I would personally just rather kind of stick with a regular car, and I prefer older cars anyway because they're easier to work on. That's one thing I just love about the older cars. They're just so easy to work on. This new computerized monstrous stuff is pain. Especially when you gotta take off all kinds of stuff to get to something you want to fix. The old cars, it was just all there, and it wasn't a big deal to fix it. Well, I can't get over this weather. This is darn amazing. I do love that window. I don't normally like it, especially if it's really cold. But I like it when the temperature is just right and the smell of that salt air. Ooh, yeah. Oh, and there's a car there that looks like my Lincoln that I had, the last Lincoln I had. Jeez. Must be getting to hit the lottery real big or something. Must be a sign. So funny. What a day, what a day. Yeah, I don't mind if they cut my hours back because it just gives me more time on eBay and my other work. I work every day, no days off. I have to. Gotta keep moving forward. Yeah. I never used to have to do that, you know, especially dressing showgirls. I didn't have to work every day. I could take days off and do fun things, but such is life when you're forced to work for other people. You gotta do what you gotta do. I want to get my eBay built up so that I don't have to rely on other jobs if I don't want to, if things don't work out. I mean, I like that, just, listing stuff. I mean, it takes forever to do, but I like that the fact of just listing something and people buy it, they pay for it, and you ship it. I like that part. And you don't have to deal with anybody or anything. You don't have to stand there and sell it or any of that. You just pack it up, ship it. If you have something good to offer to sell to people, you know, they just buy it. No conversation. You just ship it. I like that a lot. There's a lot of people getting into that business. You would be surprised people renting storages and stuff just to do retail like that. They've given up working for other people completely. They just are solely running on the internet, whether it be eBay or Poshmark or I got one friend that's starting to dig Macari, and I'm like, how could you? Man, have you ever looked at the stuff on Macari? It's kind of like the junk sale. There's a lot of scam buyers on there. They buying something expensive from you and send you back a brick. You know, that's called a return. But yeah, there's still some remote work out there, by gosh. But if I could get this thing dialed in right when the internet sales, it could be really good. So I spend some time every day learning the resale brands that I don't know about and stuff like that, and taking notes and trying to watch for it and look at labels and stuff like that. So when I see it, I'll know. You know, man, it's just amazing. So kind of like going on Easter egg hunt. Just don't know what to get. I wished I could stand the bins, but God, that stuff smells so bad. I thought I was gonna die when I did that run in Panama. Ugh. It was just so bad with that stuff in the car. You really have to like find out if there's a washateria right near that sucker and immediately take it and wash it because it's too hard to transport it. It's just futile. It just smells so bad. It's kind of like smelling a dumpster, you know? It's kind of like a little bit of dead, a little bit of old food, and and dusty. It's really horrible smell. So that drives like a couple hours, and man, it's just I'll never forget when I went down there to the bins. I mean, I got fantastic deals. Trust me, that was just huge. But especially those boots I found that were like $1,000 in resale value, used. That was funny as hell. Um, but uh, and it's easy to get in. You don't have to wait in line. I didn't like, that one mean lady. It was absolutely insanely kooky. That gave me a real bad test right off the top for first time going to the bins. But man, that stuff reeks. Ooh, I do not like it. Man, and it's so much digging. It's just, I'm not in for all that. You know, it's like going to a really funky garage sale where they got all the stuff in boxes and you got to dig through it. Forget it. And they had their cats and their dogs and their hamster in the boxes. Forget it. Mm-mm. No can do. But anyway, you guys, let's see. I wonder why my messages are acting retarded. Said we played. I want us to develop other technologies in a car. Yeah, but if they want to go electric, they need to fine tune it. That's for sure. Because they don't have it perfected yet. I guess they were in too much a rush to throw it out there. But uh, I just don't feel like it's finished yet. We got a lot more to do to get it right. You know, God, they're so expensive. Holy hell, ridiculous. You guys ever watch Manny Koshbin on YouTube? His whole family was homeless. Came to the United States. They lived in a little station wagon, the whole family. And he said, "I am so out of here." You should watch his story. It's pretty incredible. Very impressive. And then today, here's a girl wearing a miniskirt on a windy day. And barefooted? Are you kidding? Damn. Wonder what that's all about. Huh. Hmm. Maybe she's escaping. But yeah, she's got like ice skating dress miniskirt, like really short little dress, and no shoes. But at least it's not freezing cold. I sure would be walking barefoot through these parking lots, though. These store parking lots, they have a lot of broken glass and stuff. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, if you go look at Manny's channel, he has his car collection and he holds them till the value gets really high and people are begging to buy them. Then he'll sell it for profit, and then he'll go buy some other car and special order it for thousands and thousands of dollars. He's got a bunch of cars right now. Oh my gosh, a bunch. I think way too many. I hate to see cars like that just sit. You know. especially a high performance car. They like to be run like thoroughbred horses, you know. They really do. I feel sorry for whoever's made Teddy go because they sure got to be starting him up every day. He never has any gas in him. He runs them just about empty. That's so bad for the car, for your fuel pump and everything. It's really hard on the car. But yeah, I think he makes most of his money just on these seminars he gives. Kind of reminds me of some of those jamokes in California. And actually, he is in California, but when I was growing up, there was always somebody that would do seminars and charge you a bunch of money on a get rich scheme, you know. And I'm just not a big fan of that pyramid system. Boy, when the pyramid thing came out, that was a joke. I'm like, nah. And I was right. Yeah, if you buy in, then you'll eventually be at the top and you'll get all the money. Yeah, sure. You know, people are trip. Yeah, he charges thousands to go to his seminars. And I sit there and go, I was figuring it out one day. If he had so many people for the thousands of dollars that they pay to go to that thing, he's making like the price of one of those cars he buys right there. You know what I mean? I think he got that figured out. Just doing the lectures alone, making all that bacon. Yeah. What a pretty night. Definitely a pretty night. I know they were missing me not working that overtime. Hell, I didn't want There's no way. No way, buddy. Didn't seem right, so I wasn't going for it. I was tired anyway. I really didn't feel like it. I'm trying to drink more water lately. I drink a lot of fluids generally, but I'm trying to also drink water. You know? I got a friend of mine that really believes in water. He's like, oh, if you're sick, just drink water. That will help you so much. I don't know about all that, but maybe, I don't know. Don't know. But anyway, I gotta go to one of my spots and go get some rest. Tomorrow's a big day, and then I got a day off, and I've got to go research some parts for my car and try to get that going with the insurance company and get them to pay or whatever it is they're going to do. Get that over with. So, and that's kind of about it. I hope everybody's had a great, great week. Hope we got a lot of stuff planned for this next week. So I haven't been vlogging much. I've been so busy and so tired from working so much uh, that I just really haven't had the time. I've still got several vlogs I got to do that I've been waiting to do, and I just have not had the time. So I was glad to get on tonight, say hi to everybody, because I missed you guys. You know who loves you, baby. And we'll have to catch you in the next one. So stay tuned. Same bat time, same bat channel. Do something kind for a stranger. Too much of a good thing. We'll take lots of that. And I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.